moving on really swiftly, let's talk about Nasra, comedian. We know her for her comical work on Churchill Show, among other shows. She's really, really talented. And one thing about her is that she is honest. She is honest. She's an honest Somali woman. And she did speak some truths recently about being stingy and saying being stingy and being financially disciplined go hand in hand. These are two things that definitely cannot be put away from each other. Simply by giving an example of, if I come to you and I tell you, Guy Kathomi, or Guy Turi, send me like 2K urgently, I'll give it back. And then we know how it is. When you give someone money, don't expect it back. Like, give money that you're able to spare. So I come to Turi, I'm like, hey, Turi, just give me like 5K, I'll give it back, right? And then next week, Nikai, ni relax. Next week, Batuan, I'm like, oh my God, emergency, please, just send me 2K, I'll give it back. And then next month, I come again, I'm like, oh my God, I really need to do this thing. Can you just give me like 2K, I'll give it back. Hiyo pesa ngapi already? Tushafika 10,000 na ni miezi mbili tu zimepita. If you start adding that up, because Turi is not the only person who I'm going to ask for 10K, I will probably ask a producer, I will probably ask someone else for money. So all of these people are giving me money, and they have to put into account that now she's 10K short. 10K which she will never see again. And in my honest opinion, I agree with her completely when she says that. It becomes very difficult for you to also tell someone, I 2K Sina. You know, like it's imagine someone, I asked Turi for 2K and she's like, I imagine I don't have 2K. I'm like, you don't have 2K? But in the same way I'm asking Turi, like, you
why
don't have 2K.
You have 2K?
Like, why am I asking for 2K? You know, we need to stop making it just an ego thing where it's like, yeah, if someone asks me for money and I say I don't have, they'll look at me funny. They're like, Koni you celebienyu na honga. No, mbona yeye hana hiyo 2K? Mbona yeye anakuja kunidisha 2,000 shillings. And she was speaking about it, and she said how she has a mentor who's a multimillionaire who was talking to her about this and telling her, I'm putting you on a challenge that because the mentor was like, when he goes to dinner with people and the bill is brought at the end of the meal, he says, excuse me, please split the bill between us. Venye mtu ameitisha Kenya ameitisha apatiwe bill yake. And they're like, oh my, she was like, oh no, that would be so embarrassing, that would be so kamwambia, try it, come back and tell me how it feels. Because 2K for 1 year, hiyo ni pesa ngapi? Calculate 2,000 shillings by 12, hiyo ni pesa ngapi? Thank you. By 2 years, hiyo ni pesa ngapi? By 3 years, you are at 750,000. Hiyo ni shamba mahali kamulu. Shamba mahali kamulu unapatiana tu hivyo ovyo ovyo. Please, let's get serious with our money. She did say something that I'm just like, okay, maybe not all Somalis, because she said Somalis are givers. You know, we're toxic givers because we give. I have met my fair share of Somalis. Some are very, very generous, but don't assume it's a tribal thing. Please, let's just be serious about giving money away. If you want to be financially disciplined, you have to start somewhere. You have to put yourself on a budget and be honest with your budget. And Turi was actually telling me this yesterday. This week you've been mentioning it quite a bit, where you've been saying that you are not going to be breaking promises to yourself, and I 100% am on board with that. Promises to yourself and breaking them, including breaking your budget, going out of your way to help other people to the point where hauna, as in you've given, you have nothing. You can give someone the shoes on your feet. No, we're not all Jesus. We can't all be Jesus. We have to be stingy, and especially when it comes to finances, because when you get to 45 and you ask someone for 2K, watakuwa nasema hizo miaka zote umekuwa wapi? Kwani how are you poor at 45? Exactly. Think about it from those perspectives.
Yeah. And honestly, like a big part of adulting that I was really not prepared for was people asking me for money.
Yep.
And it got to a point where I had to sit down with myself and say, from now on, I will only be lending money I am comfortable with giving away.
Yep.
Ile hata isiporudi, like, it's not going to be something that's going to hurt me. Like, I won't think about it. But beyond that, you know, and then there's that enabling people. You know, sometimes you're doing it from the point of, even if I'm being successful, I would also want my friends to not feel left out and not, you know, like, when you come out the hood, you bring the hood, you know, with you. And it's very difficult because sometimes it cultivates a culture of, she got it. Anything I need, she got it. And it becomes a thing where they even expect it from you. Like, mtu anakupigia nakwambia, but then nimekwama, ebu nitumie 2K tu saizi. And when you say, hey, I don't have, they make it seem like it's your responsibility. So it's very, Oh, being an adult is so
Nitafutie,
difficult.
nitafutie, najua huwezi kosa.
Huwezi kosa nitafutie.
What do you mean nitafutie?
When I tell you I have like 1.5 friends, sikupenda kwangu, it's just that making financial boundaries is so difficult.
It's hard.
Because you either come off as selfish, you either come off as
You're
just
better
want
than
to,
everyone.
Yeah, you want to excel on your own, you don't want to help nobody. And I'm like, but who's helping me? You know, if everything I have I give to you, what happens when I don't have? I don't have anything to fall back on because I gave everything to you. Like, what, you know, what then? So, yeah.
Budget. If it's not, now we're changing it from if I can spare it, I will give it away to it's not in my budget anymore.
True.
Like if your budget for giving away money has ishad, it's ishad. I'm sorry, I don't have. I really just don't have it on me. I'm sorry. Hey.
There's a person who like had borrowed me like 5K and I was like, hey babe, I'm so sorry, I've not been paid. I think we're going to be paid maybe in like 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks later, this babe called me and I'm like, what is happening?
For more, asking for more.
No, I told her I've not been paid, so I'm broke right now, babe. I'm also in the trenches. I'm waiting for like 2 weeks to get paid. She was like, oh, okay,
2 weeks
cool.
on the mark.
So I'm thinking if you had an emergency today, it's not going to be an emergency in 2 weeks. You'll have sorted it out. Yeah, lingoja za 2 weeks, nikaona ring ring. Hey, mumelipwa. Bado nahitaji. And I'm like, what is this entitlement to my money? You know, me, I've already, by the time money comes in, by the time I've worked for money and I'm expecting money, I've already budgeted it in my head.
Gone.
Nimeclear imenda
Gone.
huku, imenda
Imeenda
huku,
huku,
imelipa
huku,
hii,
huku,
imelipa
imeisha.
hii. I never have money at the end of the day. Like, if somebody were to rob me right now, they would slap me because why are you shining like this and you don't have anything?
I'd give you a hug, like how poor you.
Atanipatia fare.
Imagine.
Ah, yo, come on, like, calm down. You don't know, you don't owe anybody anything, and nobody owes you anything.
Absolutely.
So stop being entitled.